Good morning, evening, and afternoon. Welcome to the video. My name is Maestro. I'm glad you've joined us today. Let's get started. So today I thought it would be cool to so the Guardian, as they do every year, have listed their 100 best male footballers in the world in the year of 2022. And I thought it'd be pretty cool to kind of go through, skim the list mostly, notably, and look at certain places that maybe just kind of give my review on the list. If it's just give my opinion if I agree on certain positions or not. I won't be going through every single player because I can't be asked, to be honest. But notable placements is what I'll be going through. If Messi is 20th, then I'm gonna talk about that. Or if Mbappe is 20th, I'll talk about that. Or if fucking I don't know, Bentner is number one, then I'll talk about that as well. So if it's a placement that's kind of makes sense, I'll just kind of leave it be. But I also want to go through the list. I thought it'd be cool and kind of be like a cool idea for a video and just give my opinion. And you guys can give me yours too down below. Please feel free to leave any kind of comment you want. Kind of just open this discussion and just be positive about it. But yeah, let's get started. So actually, well, before I scroll down. There are three players right here, which I think is kind of giving away the top three. And I mean, it doesn't really matter, just get a fun start. Yeah. Alright, so Messi number one. You know what's funny about this? Before the World Cup, considering his position in the Ballon d'Or, and that he wasn't even nominated, he probably would have been like 30th or 40th. Which is just fucking insane. Now, personally, I didn't agree with that. When I thought it was absolutely ridiculous he wasn't nominated. Absolutely ridiculous. I understand he didn't have the greatest of seasons, but I think he kind of suffered from the fact that he is Messi, and there was just a lot more expected of him. So if he wasn't Messi, he'd be in the nominees list, 100%. But ultimately, his name's Messi, so it wasn't in there. But justice has been served because seeing how he performed in the World Cup and just that iconic performance, just all from start to finish. Well, maybe not the start. Saudi Arabia was pretty rough, but from Mexico to finish, he was just unreal, just sublime. He was the difference between Argentina winning the trophy and Argentina getting knocked out in the group stages. From the goal against Mexico all the way to the final, he was as positive to any team I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen any team in my life ride on one player as much as Argentina did in the World Cup this year. Or last year, I should say. So ultimately, yes, he is the best player of 2022, and I think deservedly so. Now his competition, these two lads right here. His teammate Mbappe, let's talk about him first. Mbappe is, he's the heir, isn't he? He is the heir. For the longest time, we've always wondered when Messi and Ronaldo do kind of put up their boots and we never seen them again, who will take over? Who will be the guy to kind of take the crown? It's this fella right here. If it wasn't certain, if you weren't certain about this before the World Cup, after it, you really just gotta kind of just put your hands up and just say, yes, he is unbelievable, and will probably claim multiple Ballon d'Ors throughout his career, but he's just fantastic. Now Benzema, yes, he probably suffered on this list because of the fact that he was absent from the World Cup. There was a whole controversy about that. I guess he doesn't really have a good relationship with the Champs. Apparently he was unfit, but he still could have made the squad and could have took part in the knockout stages, but ultimately I guess something was going on and he didn't make it, and ultimately it probably cost him a bit on this list. But seeing that Champions League campaign was just unreal. It's the whole run from the whole team was unreal, and he was the star player of that team, and ultimately, yeah, third place is where he belongs. Now this is where I kind of skim it. So Haaland, fourth. Wow, fourth. I don't agree with that. I don't think he's fourth. He has ended the second half of the year just and we've never seen this before in the Prem. Players score as freely as this man right here. He's just been absolutely ridiculous in the first part of the Prem. Unreal. But in the first part of the year, as also the fact that he didn't play in the World Cup, I think I would put players like De Bruyne ahead of him, Modric ahead of him. And that's it. I think that I wouldn't put anyone else ahead of him. I think those are the only two. I think 6 is where he belongs, but I'm not too fussed about it. Okay, Modric and De Bruyne. This is interesting. Modric is 5th, De Bruyne is 6th. So De Bruyne had an awful World Cup. Awful. He's here because of his merit as a club player. But yeah, 6 is kind of right. I mean, Modric too, I think is 5th is right. Lewandowski, very underrated. Very underrated. I mean, Barca aren't doing well, but he is scoring it. He's bagging it in right now. He's fantastic. And yeah, 7th is correct for me. Vinicius and Courtois, 8 and 9. I would put Courtois 8. Vinicius. This is where I think I'll lose a lot of you. I think he's a fine player. And I can't wait to see how his career unfolds. Do I think he's one of the 10 best players in world football? No. No. Not even last year. No. I do think he just about misses it. I think Salah should be ahead of him. I think Mane should be ahead of him. I mean, there's other players I want to mention, but not now because once they come up, I'll mention it. But Vinicius, I don't think he's a top 10 player of 2022. I really don't. I think Courtois is definitely, yes, 100%. He's amazing. And Salah is kind of gone. He's been terrible. He's been bad the start of the season, but the first half was pretty great. And I mean, for Liverpool, he was fantastic. And I do know that Vinicius, yes, he won the Champions League, etc., and La Liga. But I mean, this is an individual award. It's an individual thing. This is not something that the team gets, the player gets. And as a player, I would go for Salah ahead of Vinicius for the year of 2022, and as well as Mane. Mane too. Neymar. Well, so here's the thing about this list. Of course, Neymar's better than Vinicius. Of course, but just for the year, I would say Vinicius is actually ahead of Neymar. Neymar probably had his worst season for PSG last year. He was horrendous. He couldn't string 2 passes together. His dribbling was just. It was still good. He couldn't finish. The passing was horrendous, and ultimately he was at times a liability to the team. I honestly think there's a question to be asked if maybe they might be better without him. He started the new season well, but he just couldn't recover from how he performed at the end of last season, and also his World Cup was kind of mediocre. Great goal against Croatia, but not really what you want. Harry Kane, that's okay. Jude Bellingham. So the Guardian are saying that Jude Bellingham is the 14th best player of 2022. This is tough because I think maybe that might be correct. Because look, I'm looking at this guy right here, this other youngster right here. Pedri. I personally think Pedri is better than Bellingham. I do. But just for that year, I think Bellingham should go above him. He was fantastic in the World Cup. Probably our best player in the World Cup. For Dortmund, he's just sensational. We all know how he is the kind of the hottest player on the market right now, isn't he? He's just fantastic. Casemiro, 15th. Yeah, kind of, that's fair. I like that. Hakim 16. He's just getting better every year, isn't he? I mean, that's fine. I was gonna say something, but that's fine. Griezmann, his World Cup was fantastic. Honestly, his World Cup campaign was pretty much just as good as Mbappe's, my personal opinion. I think in the quarterfinals and in the semifinals, Mbappe kind of fell off, and Griezmann was just the star of those shows, and he was fantastic. Valverde, too high. I mean, I guess too low. 18. He's not the 18th best player. I think he should be in the 25s, 26s, something like that. But look, he's a fine player. How old is he again? Because he's 24. He's not that young, but he's not old either. He's a fine player. The World Cup, he was kind of poor, but for Real Madrid, we all know how good he's been, and I'm okay with 18. I guess. I mean, I would not put him 18, but I'm not gonna kill someone for it. Pedri, we spoke this before. He is my favorite young player in football, apart from Saka. But yeah, I mean, 19 is, I think, accurate. Yeah, Martinez, Messi. The main reason why they won the World Cup is because of Messi, but they also wouldn't have won it without this man right here. That save he made, and you know what save I'm talking about. You guys know what save I'm talking about. That save was absolutely iconic. It will be tattooed onto fans. It will be remembered for years and years and years, forever, in history, forever. And ultimately, his entire campaign in the World Cup was just, I mean, he was the goalie of the tournament, and rightly so. He was sublime, and that alone is enough for him to be in the top 20. Enzo, a player I didn't know much about since before the World Cup. I think his World Cup campaign was good. I do think it's kind of overhyped. I do think he's a fine player, but I don't think his performance at the World Cup was as good as people say it was. Maybe I'm off, but I'm okay with his placement. Saka, that's fine. Leao, 23. Look, that's working good. I'm trying to go through it to see if there's anything that's kind of a bit crazy. Son, yeah, it should be noted how dreadful he's been since the start of the new season. But the end of last season, he was sensational. He was fantastic. So yeah, I think he deserved this. Van Dijk, this is interesting because in my opinion, he is one of the two best defenders in the world, and he's 27th. But once again, this is not who the best player is. It's just who's the best player just for that year. So maybe this is somewhat accurate. I'm not gonna go crazy about it, but it's fine. Bruno, Bernardo, Giroud. That's okay. Bruno maybe a bit too high. Maybe should be a bit lower. I'm not. That's fine. Gvardio, that's too high. I mean, he had a good World Cup, but come on, 31 is just too high. Alvarez, I think this is too high. I think, actually, no. Do you know what? No, this is fine. This is fine. And Kunku, 33 sounds great. 34 for Alisson is insane. This is insane. This is insane. He should be in the top 15. He has been sensational for Liverpool. And 34 is just far too low. He is a top 15 player in the world. He is one of the two best goalies in the world, if not the best. He might be better than Courtois. I don't know. Odegaard, 35. Yeah, I'm okay with that. He has been sensational since we started the new season. But he did miss the World Cup. That might have costed him there. But yeah, 35 is good. Cancelo, rough start to the season, but good. That's good. Gavi, it was a bit high, is it not? Nah, that's okay. Well, I mean, look at that. He's above Cruz. Wow. No, that's got to change. Gavi is great. He's an exciting player, but he is not above Cruz in 2022. This man is where he belongs. He is unbelievable. He's been fantastic in the last season and in the last year. Sorry, and a player that will be on the market and people will be looking to sign surely soon. Kimmich, this is one of my favorite players. I love watching this guy play. He's just so smart, so intelligent, and I love players that can play in multiple positions. You know, intelligent players, and this describes this man perfectly. He is fantastic. If you take away just the year, and just if I was to name the 15 best footballers in the world, just forget about how he was in the year, just straight up class, above form, Kimmich is in top 15. He's just sensational. I love him. Alaba, yeah, that's fine. That's he was great in the World Cup, and also in Sevilla is pretty good. Yeah, Diaz, I'm okay with that. Shumeni, fantastic campaign both in Champions League and in World Cup. Theo was great too. McAllister, what a sensation he's been. I'm fine with this. I mean, this is all off the basis of the World Cup, isn't it? These two, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. They were just focused as ever. Here he is, Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, 51 is I think it's accurate. A 37-year-old scoring 22 goals, I believe, for United last season in a somewhat poor team. He is out of this world. He has been from the very start, and I just want to say he has effectively retired, hasn't he? Al Nassr, I mean, who honestly he could score 30 goals over there, no one would care. I mean, it sucks that it ended like this, but all good things must come to an end. And Cristiano, by any chance, if you're watching this, thank you for what you've done. You're just unbelievable, and yeah, I mean, he is sensation. Osimhen, Rodri, Edison, Gundogan. Okay. Rudiger, 56. Mars, Rashford. Oh, Rashford ahead of Diaz. Oh, actually, I mean, that's close. You see, around these kind of areas, I think it's all kind of very little things separating these lots. So it's not really a big deal for maybe someone to be above someone else. Arnold 60. That's fine. This is fine. Yeah, Hakim Ziyech. He's here because of his World Cup performance. He's been poor for Chelsea. Davies. I haven't watched Davies in a while. Marquinhos. I am not Marquinhos' biggest fan. I'm not at all. Vlahovic 66. Militao 67. That's a bit low, isn't it? He's better than 67. You're kidding me? No, he's better than 67. This is ridiculous. That's not right. Dembele, he frustrates me so much. He has so much talent, and he wastes it. He's injured again. I'm recording this, and Barcelona just won 1-0. He's injured again. Fucking hell. Okay, forget these lot here. I want to talk about this man right here. What the fuck is this? Are you crazy? This is absolutely insane. Hear me out, okay? This man, Thiago Silva, is the best defender of 2022. Easily, he is the best defender of 2022. Hell, he has been the best for the past 2 years. He is absolutely unreal. I understand he hasn't won trophies. But in these last 2 years, I haven't seen any other defender in any other team have more of a positive effect on their team than this legend right here. This is absolutely ridiculous. 75 is insane. He belongs in the top 10. He's been better than Salah, better than Vinicius and Courtois and Leon. I mean, look, he belongs 6, 7, or 5. This is ridiculous. That is insane. I was going through the list thinking, where the hell is he? In my mind thinking, where is he? And he's here. He's 75th. That's dumb. Let's move on. I don't want to stay for long. Lloris, 76. Oh. A lot of Spurs fans would agree that it's time to move on from Lloris. He has been poor in recent form, and a lot of people clown him for how he performed in the penalty shootout against Argentina in the final of the World Cup. But 76th best player in the world, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Fabinho, he's kind of fallen off, hasn't he? I mean, what's going on here? I never saw this coming. What a player he was just a year ago. What a player. And he does he even start now? You ask any fan from Liverpool, they'll say they have a midfield crisis. And that's just weird to say considering he is at the club. Honestly, it's a mystery. I haven't watched this guy. Nope, nope. Koulibaly. Yeah. Lissandra's been better than Koulibaly. Lissandra has had a better year than Koulibaly. I don't agree with this. I think he should be higher. Nunes 82. Wow. Yeah, yeah. Oh my good. Look at this. Varane. Varane's been better than Koulibaly too. I don't. Yeah, I think that should change. But Meccano, I think he's been better than Koulibaly as well. I am not Koulibaly's biggest fan. I think there's a reason why they bought Badiashile, Chelsea. Yeah. Immobile 87. He is just the classic Serie A striker, isn't he? He's just found comfort that he'll always bag around 20 goals a season. He's a solid striker. He deserves to be on this list. Rice. Yeah, yeah. Although I think his talent is worth more than 88. And ultimately, he's probably here. I mean, it's like Silva, Silva is 75 because he didn't win any trophies. Rice is 88 because he's playing for just a very mediocre team and not winning any trophies. And De Jong is the same. Well, not really. Like in terms of his talent, is far better than 89. This is ridiculous. 89 is ridiculous. He is far better than this, but no trophies. Issues at Barca costed them. Bruno, yeah, 90 is fine for Bruno. Neuer 91, my favorite goalie of all time. 91's fine. I haven't watched you. Rodrigo, this is an interesting one. This is also very interesting. Let's talk about Rodrigo. He is here, I think, because of moments. I think as a whole, when I watch Rodrigo play, I don't think he's that good. I think he'll leave Real Madrid in the next 5 years. I think he's here because of moments. He's had moments in the Champions League last year, and that's why he's here. As a whole, he has been as inconsistent as any forward I've ever seen. I feel like he lacks a lot, and I don't think he's a top 100 player. I don't. And Reece James, okay. I'm going to give Guardian the benefit of the doubt and say that he's here because of his injuries. He missed the World Cup. He's missed most, well, not most, but every single game since the World Cup finished because this man is one of the best fullbacks in the world. And 94 is absolutely ridiculous. So I'll give them that benefit. Gnabry and Sane, the two Bayern wingers. Bayern are looking flat, aren't they? They're not looking good. When PSG drew Bayern in the Champions League, I'm thinking that there's a bit of worry there. But those two aren't really performing well, aren't they? I guess that's why they bought Mane. But yeah, I mean, I think they belong there, but they're worth more, or at least they were worth more than the 95-98. Andrew Robertson, yeah, he's kind of fallen off, hasn't he? I don't think he's done. I think he'll come back, but he's had a poor year. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There are, like I said, that I haven't commented on every single player because I don't watch everyone. Of course, I don't. But ultimately, 75 for Silva is just ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Varane for me, Varane, Martinez, and Upamecano were all three better centre backs than Koulibaly. So that for me sucks. Nunes is where he belongs. I mean, he started the year well, but it's been a hectic, chaotic run at Liverpool so far. Militao far too low. Let's see what else did I miss. This is fine. Ronaldo, legend. I think he deserves to be on this list. But yeah, I mean the top three: Messi, Mbappe, Benzema. I agree with this. I think the World Cup is what pipped these two of Benzema, and winning the World Cup is what pipped Messi of Mbappe. So I mean, yeah, I agree with this list. I think it's good. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with this list? Is Messi 1? Is he not? Is it Mbappe? Silva being 75. I actually want to know what your opinion is on Thiago Silva. Is he 75th in the world for 2022? Because I think he's in the top 10. 75th for me is fucking crazy. He's in the top 10 for 2022. He's in the top 10. So I really want to know what your opinion is on Silva. Most importantly, Silva. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are kind of commenting down below and kind of to join in to the discussion. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. It really, really, really helps me out. And of course, please subscribe for more. You know, this is my second video, and I'm gonna keep going on and on and on. Hopefully, we can get bigger and bigger. You never know. So yeah, I hope you have a great day. Enjoy. Please take care of yourselves, and see you later.